Dust: An Elysian Tale is an XBLA downloadable title brought to us by indie dev Humble Hearts, the one-man operation behind this hack-and-slash fantasy adventure. Set in a world of anthropomorphic creatures whose land has been ravaged by monsters,
look at the size of that thing!
you awaken as Dust, an adventurer who has no recollection of who he is or how he got there.
Arise.
Boo! I'm so sick of the old hero with amnesia cliche. I mean, surely there are other ideas out there that can serve as a worthy substitute catalyst for adventure.
Yes, it's not the most original way to start your game, and the characters aren't that great either.
Strange. Where did I learn these skills?
Dust, whose husky voice actor does a pretty good job of adding to our hero's mysterious background, is joined by two companions, a talking sword
I am the blade of Ara.
and a weird cat-fox thing with wings called Fidget.
Mash the buttons! Do something!
Ah, Fidget, quite possibly the most annoying character in the history of video games.
And we're out on an excavation to find, ore deposits. It has evil knife hands! Evil knife hands! I can't take any more of this.
Oh, I just couldn't handle it, that voice. Ah. But that aside, there is a lot to love about Dust as well. I was on the fence about the art style at first until I realised that it reminded me of those cartoons I used to get up to watch really early on Saturday mornings in the early 90s.
Yeah, it does have a retro feel to it. I love the look of this game, Hex. There's so much colour and detail in these 2D backgrounds.
Yeah, there's some real childhood love thrown into this game's design, and it's obvious that it is designed to appeal to all ages and skill levels, with 4 difficulty options to choose from and a really smooth and responsive combat system. Your talking sword isn't just there to provide sage advice,
Dust, your past is fractured, and your future is not yet written.
but to help you hack and slash your way through beasties by letting you chain together attacks for some real fluidity.
As you progress, you'll pick up new abilities that allow you to combine your powers with Fidgets, creating a whirlwind of attacks that will fill up the screen with dizzying chaos. There's also aerial dashes that'll see you zipping through entire zones, and you'll go past lots of little ledges and platforms, and I found myself wondering if I should go back and explore those or just push forwards.
Yeah, the levels are deceptively complex, with many areas that you can't access or unlock right away, and that kind of frustrated me a little bit. I just don't like the idea of having to repeat certain sections to unlock doors, although some people might get a real kick out of it. Some of the levels almost have a weird cyclical time loop to them. There was one that I actually got stuck in. I kept climbing up and had this weird sense of deja vu until I realized that I was cycling through the same level over and over.
Whoa, hello there.
There's nice humour in the writing though, with Fidget commenting on the advantages of saving.
I certainly hope you save.
Enemies and treasure chests give up delicious loot for you to collect and sell, or use with their corresponding blueprints to craft new items and gear. For completists and Chivo hunters, chests and hidden secrets are everywhere. But not only will you need to find the chests, but the keys that unlock them, so there's some real time to be spent here if you're serious about getting all those little extras.
While the combat mechanics are fun to tear through hordes of beasties, you definitely need to play this on one of the harder difficulties to get any challenge out of it, because your attacks just lay waste to hordes of enemies with barely any effort at all. There isn't much depth to the combat system. You do gain new abilities, but there's not much in the way of combos or timed attacks that require any sort of level of skill.
Yeah, you can pull off a timed counter to stun an enemy, which works particularly well on some of the larger beasties, but it's not a move that's essential to defeating them, and you can easily get away with just sticking to the same few spam attacks.
All in all, I think it's a cool little game. It's accessible, there's some wonderful areas to fight through, and only a few frustrating elements and, you know, a lack of depth in story. So I'm giving it 6.5.
It really is amazing that something this polished has come from just one guy.
Yeah, it is rare to see something this beautiful from one person.
Yeah, that said, I do think gamers will be looking for a little bit more though, so I'm giving it 6.5 as well. Now, from one unique art style to another, Goose explores the history of cell shading.